Following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, text number 28 and 29, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on September 25th, 1976, in Vrindaban, India.
Nahi yasya annakramam kinchit asamprata avakarsanam Vajjat teja vinyat namasabhya asatejasa Suto bhata sutya bhagavata proktam Arjuna parabirha prishyapastam parikramya brahmastra sandade. So, counteraction. This is military science. Sam-Veda, Yajur-Veda, Atharva-Veda, and military science also, one of the part of the Veda, Dhanut-Veda. It is called Dhanut-Veda, how to utilize Dhanu. Dhanu means bow and arrow. Similarly, Ayurveda. Ayurveda means medical science, how to protect the Ayush. Because the body is perishable. So, in the Vedic knowledge, everything is there to guide the human society. It is stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Nigama kalpatarur golitam phalamidam. Nigama means Veda, and that is kalpataru. Nigama kalpataru golitam phalamidam. It is compared with a tree. What kind of tree? Desert. Nigama kalpataru, kalpataru. Kalpataru can be found in the spiritual world, not in this material world. The spiritual world is described in the Brahma Samhita. What is that? Kalpataru, Chintamani. Kalpataru, Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpataru. In the spiritual world, Golok Vrindaban, it is described that the houses, palaces in that land, spiritual land, Golok Vrindaban, is made of Chintamani. Chintamani kalpataru. Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpataru. Surabhi raviparayantam Lakshmi sahasra sata sambrama sevamadam Govindam adipuritam tamaham. So kalpataru means whatever you want, you can get from that. Because everything is spiritual. For example, we can give you that you are a spiritual being, I am also a spiritual being. If I say, bring me a glass of water, he'll bring. Give me some fruit, he'll give me. Bring this, he'll bring. Because you are spirit soul, you can supply me whatever I want. This is the spiritual life. Not that I wanted a glass of water, you can supply me a glass of water only. No. If I want other things, you can supply. This is an example, crude example. So, when there is no material obstacles, then the spiritual world can be utilized for any purpose. Here, because you are covered with the material body, there are two energies. It is described in the Bhagavad Gita, material energy and spiritual energy. Bhumira panaro vayu khangamano buddhiri. This is material energy. And Krishna says, aparayam. This is inferior. Apara. Itastu viddhime pratitim para. There is another superior energy. What is that superior energy? Living. It is not dead. Jiva bhuta mahabhava. Jaidam dhajati jagat. Without spiritual energy, this whole universe is useless. Anywhere you go. The modern scientists, they are going to, so-called, they are going to this planet, that planet, and they do not find any spiritual energy. They simply see the material energy, sand and rocks. That cannot, because they can bluff, because people are not aware of the whole science. They can bluff. In this material world, there are two energies working, material and spiritual. There cannot be only material. There must be spiritual. So, they say that there is no light, that means there is no spiritual work, spiritual energy. It cannot be accepted. It cannot be. It is out of question. Because here we find Jiva bhuta mahabaho jaidam dharjati jagat. There must be living entity who is conducting this material energy. This body is very beautiful, very useful. Why? Because the spiritual energy, the soul is there. Otherwise there is no value. So when there is a planet, when there are other things, how it has developed? This is a reasoning. This is sense. Because the material energy cannot develop without spiritual energy. Jiva bhuta mahabaho jaya idam dharjati jagat. There cannot be anything material without spiritual energy. What is this body? How this body came into existence? Because the spiritual energy, the soul is there. A dead child born, it will not grow because the spiritual energy is not there. So it has to be concluded that as soon as there is material, a manifestation of the material energy, there must be spiritual energy. It cannot. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly said that this whole cosmic manifestation is combination of material energy and spiritual energy. So, therefore in the Vedas, Veda means knowledge. Vetti Veda Vida Jnana. In the Sanskrit verb, vid dhatu. Vid dhatu means knowledge, to know. Vetti veda vidagyane vinte vid vichara. Radhe vinnati vinnate. Vid dhatu. From vid dhatu, the Veda has come. Veda means knowledge. So from the Vedas, you can have all different types of knowledge, namely material knowledge and spiritual, both, perfectly. Because we have now forgotten our spiritual energy, we do not cultivate spiritual energy, therefore the veil is there. In the Chaitanya Chaitamrita, in simple Bengali language, it is said, Anadhi Bohimmuk Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gela Atay Krishna Ved Purana Karila. Because these rascals, Anadi Bohimmuk, do not know, just like this bird chirping, but he does not know what he is, where from he is coming, where to go, nothing. That is low-grade life. So, we are now forgetful of our spiritual energy, and because we do not know spiritual energy, therefore we have no knowledge of God. This is our position, and it is coming since very, 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 very long time immemorial. Therefore, the Vedas are there. Bahirmukh Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gela Atayeb Krishna Ved Purana Karila. So we have to utilize the Veda Purana. The Veda Purana is here in India. It is not for India, it is meant for the whole universe. But still it is available in India. That is India's special position. Indian civilization is not very much interested with the four-wheeled civilization. India is interested in spiritual cultivation, Veda Purana. So, this science, as it is mentioned here, Unnat Asravya. So Arjuna was expert in military science, and still he was a devotee. It is not that only a Brahmana with very clean cloth and clean habits, Sattva Sauchabhyam, Brahmana's first qualification is truthfulness and cleanliness. Sattva Sauchabhyam. This is the first qualification. Samolamati Dikha Arjava, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikam, Brahma Karma Sabhavajam, Tyagena Sattva Sauchabhyam, Jamena Niyamena Va. So, this is Brahmanical qualification, but there are others also. Kshatriya, he is expert in the military science, how to kill. So the killing art is there. You cannot make it null and void by advocating non-violence. No. That is required. Violence is also a part of the society. Just like here is some eating sensation, this is violence. It is required for the comfort. So similarly, Arjuna was Kshatriya. He knew the art of killing, and still Krishna himself, he appeared as a Kshatriya in the dynasty of Kshatriyas. Vasudev, son of Vasudev, he also knew the art of killing. That is also one of the part of his business. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata paritranayam sadhuna vinashaya duskita. So vinash requires violence. So we cannot decry violence. That is also required. Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita, the science of God, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We cannot condemn violence, that is not sure. But there is no violence in the spiritual world. That is a fact. Violence is only in the material world. Therefore, when Krishna desired to fight, because all desires are coming from him, janmadasya jataha, anything that we have got experienced, everything is there in God. Therefore he is God. Not that minus something. Nothing minus. Everything. Akila rasamrita sindhu. Raso vaisa. These are the Vedic injunctions. He is the reservoir of all rasa, humor or mellow. So, this is also a mellow. Sometimes cruel men, they take pleasure by killing. I have seen it. One hotel man was cutting the throat of one chicken, the half cut, and it was sobbing, jumping. His child was crying because he could not see such horrible thing. And the man, the hotel man, he was laughing and pacifying the child. Why you are crying? Just see how he is drawing, how he is jumping. So, one subject matter, the rasa is different. Humor is different. He is enjoying one rasa, the father, and the child is crying. That is also another rasa. So the whole world is full of rasa. Adi rasa. The sex life is called Adi rasa. There is Vibhakta rasa, Hasya rasa, Karuna rasa, Madhurya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Sakha rasa, Shanta rasa. There are so many rasas, 12 rasas. Annaya Vadhire, Adi rasa. So, Janmadasya jataha, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has described this Adi from Adi Ras. Adi Ras means the conjugal love, that is called Adi Ras. So, Janmadasya jataha, where from the Adi Ras comes, the attraction between man and woman, there is a fact. The attraction is there in everywhere. Either in human society or animal society or bird society, beast society, the attraction is there. Pumsa sriya mithuni bhavameta. This whole world he is existing on mithuni bhava, sex, janamaithunadi grihamedi sukham mituchham. These things are there. So where from it comes? This Adi Rasa. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has described in his comment on Srimad Bhagavatam at the beginning that Krishna is the origin of Adi Rasa, Janma-Adrasya. From there, this Adi Rasa is generated. That is Radha Krishna. So everything is there. Otherwise, imperfectness. So, as there is Adi Rasa, Krishna is enjoying with the gopis and Radharani. Similarly, he enjoys with Vibhasa Rasa, Veeda Rasa, killing. Killing is also Veeda Rasa, because he is the reservoir of all rasas. So, Janma-Adrasya Jatha. So, do not think that this violence or fighting is bad. No, nothing is bad when it is utilized for Krishna. And nothing is good when it is utilized for your sense gratification. Everything is bad. Here, Krishna ordered that this is brahmastra. He could not understand that intolerable temperature, heat, and Arjuna inquired where from the heat is coming. So Krishna informed him that this is due to brahmastra released by Ashwatthama. This rascal does not know how to counteract it. Naivasu Veda Sanghara. He does not know. Formerly in the military science, you have released one kind of arrow. If I am expert, then I can release another arrow which will counteract your arrow. Naivasu Veda Sanghara. It is called Sanghara. So, Ashwatthama released that brahmastra. Now, Krishna advised Arjuna that you release this Sanghara, how to counteract. Unnadhyam astrayam. Unnadhyam. You know better than him how to counteract. Different astras are released by different expert military men. So that science is not yet discovered. By mantra, just like here it is said that he took water, Prishtya apastang parikramya. Just like we say, Namo Apo Visrupa Vikrava Sarvavatang Vaso Viva. Similarly, mantra and water can be utilized for very, very important purpose. Simply mantra and water. This is the science. This is called sacred science. Not gross. They have discovered these atomic weapons. They require so many chemicals. But when you come to the higher stage, subtle, then mantra and water will do. Nothing more. No more chemicals. Similarly, mantra and water. That is yet you have to learn. But these things are there in the Vedas. If you are a serious student of Veda, you can also learn. You can also fight like Arjuna. There is no difficulty. Therefore, Krishna says, Shastrajna, Unnatyam Astrajna. You can also become learned in the higher science of military art. You can also utilize, but that requires brain, good brain. That is not possible now because the culture is lost. Now everyone is Shudra. Nobody is Kshatriya, nobody is Brahmana. By this time, Kalu Shudra Sambhava, the Shudras cannot learn all this. Because Shudras have no right to understand Vedic knowledge. It is meant for the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, even not for the Vaishyas. Kriya Vaishya Tatha Shudra, they are rejected. Women and Vaishya and Shudra. Krishna says, Kriya Vaishya Tatha Shudra. But Krishna says, Te Vijanti Parangatim. In women and Shudra and Vaishya, low grade, they can also get Parangatim, promotion to the transcendental world. How? Mami Pata Vapasitya Jepishu Pakurum. If you take the Krishna consciousness, then in the low-grade born person, beginning from Kriya Shudra Vaishya down Chandalas, Chandalas means less than the Chandra. Kirata Munanda Pulinda Pukkasa, they are Chandalas. Kirata means the black clan or the Africans. So they are called Kirat. Uno, Andhra, Pulinda, Pukkasa, Avira, Sumba, Javana, Kasad. Javana, Kasad are Mongolians without any mosques. Kirat, Hunanda, Pulinda, Pukkasa, Avira, Sumba, Javana, Kasad. Jenne to Papa. There are still more low-grade sinful society, Jinne Chupa. Jab upasraya, if he takes the shelter of a pure devotee, Siddhanti becomes purified. How? Siddhanti. Because Prabha Vishnave Namah, Lord Vishnu has got so exalted power that through his devotee he can purify anyone, never mind even one happens to be Chandala, and what to speak of others. Kim puna brahmana punya bhakta rajasayasata. If they can be delivered, so what to speak those who are brahmanas. Brahmana means punya, without having background of pious activities, nobody can take birth in rich family, in Brahmana family. Nobody can become highly learned person. Nobody can become beautiful. Janma Aishadya Suta Sri. There is the action, reaction of Punna. As just the opposite is Papa. So everyone, there is no question of Papiya Punna. If anyone takes shelter of Krishna, Mahipata Vapasitya, Jipishu Papajana, it doesn't matter. Everyone can be elevated to the transcendental position of Krishna consciousness. So, this movement is there. Take advantage of it and elevate your life and finish the material trouble, dukkhanam asastatam. it is only simply full of misery and temporary. This business must be stopped. And Jadgatjnana nivartanti tadhamam paramam mama. Simply by going back to home, back to Godhead, your all problems of life will be solved. Thank you very much.